from cozy Timberlake High School Library. Today we have a little bit of information to provide to you about our upcoming levies. Last month, our school board had an emergency meeting following the March levy election and made the difficult decision to rerun our levies based on low voter turnout and a plea from many of our patrons to rerun the levy because they had not voted. Only 15.9% of our voters turned out, and our board is compelled to listen to the voices of our constituents. And so if you could please help us by increasing voter turnout for our Tuesday, May 16th levy election, we would greatly appreciate it. We have a new law on the books just signed by Governor Little called the Property Tax Relief Bill. And there just is some misinformation out there, so I want to clarify for you. There have been some dollars set aside by the legislators specifically for facilities, and it will come through a funding mechanism that is based on our average daily attendance. In the first year, the amount of money allocated is far larger than it will be moving forward. In theory, we as a district might get $1 million next year. Those dollars have to be put toward facility use first. So if we have a bond on the books, which we do, we would put those dollars toward the bond payment or a plant facility levy. If the funds are fully allocated to those and there's more left, the board could apply those toward a supplemental levy, or they could choose to set those aside for a reserve fund to buy land or do work on our facilities. However, the $1 million that'll be a one-time, and it'll be approximately that. Moving forward after that, it'll probably be closer to $300,000. So these dollars do not fund our supplemental levy. The last thing that I just want to say about our levies to make sure that people understand why we're running them is 87% of our general fund budget is people. And that $9.52 million of supplemental levy helps fund the general fund. Of the 13% that's remaining, those dollars pay for things like diesel fuel, the lights and the heat in our buildings, water and sewer, and then the materials that our teachers use in our classroom, expo markers, paper, pencils, pens, those kinds of things. So when we talk about $9.52 million coming out of the general fund budget, we really are talking about people. We're talking about the people who transport our kids to school. We're talking about the people who keep our buildings safe, our teachers in our classrooms, our coaches who are coaching on our fields and our courts. And these dollars help us run the programs we currently offer to our kids. So we are hoping that you come out and vote. It is our desire to increase our voter turnout. The levy election is Tuesday, May 16th, and the polls will be open from 8 in the morning until 8 at night.